Alright, so now I figured out what was wrong and making the image to delete every time we made an update without adding a new image. So what we need to do is inside of this my updated product function here, we need to first check if the file data is empty. You remember when we first defined the file data, we set it to be an empty object, and it's only going to be populated only if there's a new file coming with this update request. So if there is no new file, if we don't select a new file, this file data is going to be an empty object. So what we need to do here is we need to first check if the file data is an empty object, and if it's an empty object, then we're going to use the product.length the product.image. Sorry, this should be image. All right, so we're going to use the product.image. Else, that's if there's a new file coming with this update request, then we're going to use the file data. So how are we going to do that? Well, I'm going to come here and let me just give some space, and the way you check if an object is empty, you say object dot keys. So the object starts with a capital letter, so object dot keys, and then you specify the name of the objects. You slot that inside the parenthesis, and then you look for the dot length, and then I'm going to say that if it's equal to 0, 3 equals, if it's equals to 0, then I'll use a ternary operator. Then I want to just have the product image used. Control X. Okay, else I want to have the file data. So let's just look at what we did here. I said that if this object file data has nothing inside, if it's an empty object, and the way you identify that is using the object.keys property, because it's assumed that every item inside the object is a key. You know the object has key value pairs. Okay, great. So if it's equal to 0, if it's empty, then use what was previously saved. That's the product.image. Else, use the file data. And you know what, I can even do optional chaining here just in case there was no product image in the first place. So here I can just do something like this and say that optionally, if there is an image, then use that, right? Else use the file data. So let's go ahead and save, and then I will just go ahead and test it out one more time. So I'll come here to my Insomnia app, and then you see here we currently have an image. So I'll make some updates here. So let me just say updates ... and then I will not add an image. So I'll update this without an image, and you will see that we're not going to have this image deleted. So I'll just click on send. Okay, so this is taking a while. I guess maybe there's something wrong with my internet, so let me just confirm. Okay, so I guess it was my internet that was slow, but as you can see, it has finished loading here, and we have the p3 updated ... which is the change we made here. And if you scroll down, you will see here that we now have we still have the product image selected here, so it's still here. So that's about it for how to fix that bug that was deleting the image whenever we make an update. All right, thank you so much, and let's get to the next phase of the project.